Hello, and welcome to video 2 in the Yoga for Firefighters video series. My name is Kendall Wood, and I'm a yoga teacher based in San Diego that specializes in yoga for first responders. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about meditation and how becoming more aware of your thoughts can help you in many ways. Meditation is about learning to control your mind. In session 1, I talked briefly about observing your thoughts. And in today's practice, we'll dive into that a little bit deeper. There is a misconception that when someone is meditating, they are not thinking at all, that their mind is completely void of thought. But that isn't true. Especially when you are new to this practice, you may find yourself getting easily distracted and even thinking of things that have absolutely nothing to do with the meditation practice itself. If that happens, be patient with yourself. This is completely normal. The goal of meditating is not to get rid of all of your thoughts. The goal of meditating is to just be more aware of your thoughts. I like to use the analogy of a car driving down the road. So in the analogy, the road is your mind, and each car is a thought. You might feel like you are the cars and place a lot of value and even define yourself based on your thoughts. Yoga teaches us that we are not our thoughts. We are simply the awareness of them. So instead of being the car on the road or being like a little puppy dog chasing after the car, creating stories, potential outcomes, or even replaying the past, instead, we start to learn to step into the role of the observer. So you're sitting in a nice comfy lounge chair on the side of the road, just watching the thoughts go by without a care, right? So that's what we're gonna work towards. And in this practice, if it's new to you, just be patient with yourself. It takes time. All right, so now we'll meditate together using that concept and that analogy of cars on the road. In this practice, try not to attach meanings or stories to your thoughts. Just notice them. You might start to find that there are some patterns or habitual thoughts that come up again and again. This is normal. As humans, the majority of our thoughts really aren't that original. We tend to think about the same things again and again. But does this really do us any good? Not really. So, this practice is going to teach you to observe your thoughts without attaching meaning to them. Be patient with yourself. Like I said before, this can take a little bit of time, but start by sitting up tall, on the floor or on a chair. And then we'll begin. Once you find that comfortable seat, you can choose to have your eyes open with a nice soft focus. I recommend maybe just looking down towards the floor, or you can close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you to do. So just take a moment, choose where you would like to be. And without trying to change anything at all, just start to observe your body. Notice the places where your body connects to the floor. Notice the temperature of the air in the room around you. Notice any sounds, smells, or tastes, any senses that you can experience here in this moment. Take a couple of deep breaths. Breathe in and out of your nose or mouth, whatever feels most natural to you. And then start to draw your awareness inward. Notice what you feel in your feet, your ankles, your knees, and your hips. Remembering that this part of practice is a good time to readjust if you don't feel completely comfortable. We'll be here for about 10 minutes, so make sure that you feel supported. We'll be here for a little while, so make sure that your seat feels sustainable and comfortable. And then continue to scan your awareness upwards. Notice your tall spine. Relax your shoulders and your arms. If your teeth are pressing together, see if you can relax your jaw instead. Relax your cheeks and the space between your brows. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. Continue to breathe deeply and smoothly at a pace that feels sustainable to you. And as you breathe, focus your awareness on your thoughts. Perhaps visualize your thoughts as if they were cars driving down a road. Remember that yoga teaches us that we are not our thoughts. We are simply the awareness of them. We are not our emotions. We are simply the awareness of those emotions. We are not the physical sensations that we feel. We are simply the awareness of those things. So as you sit in meditation, can you step into the role of the observer? Notice what's on your mind today. Notice if you're replaying any situations from the past. Notice if you're already projecting into the future, wondering when this will be over or what you need to do later this afternoon or evening. Take a moment to just notice your thoughts. Without judging or labeling anything as good or bad, just notice what's on your mind in this moment. Try to let go of anything that's in the past. And at the same time, try to release any projections or plans for the future. By letting go of the past and letting go of preparations for what's to come, you create a little bit more space where you can be fully aware and present in this moment. If at any time during this practice your mind starts to tell stories or chase after a thought, just simply observe that. You could even silently say to yourself, "I'm thinking," when you catch yourself thinking, and then come back to your breath instead. Just inhaling and exhaling at a nice, smooth, steady rhythm. In meditation, breath is a really wonderful anchor to keep you present. You cannot breathe in the past. You cannot breathe in the future. So when you are breathing and when you are mindfully aware of your breath, you are here in the present. So keep that in mind as you continue to observe the thoughts drive by. Can you just observe them and come back to your breath instead? I'll give you a few minutes here just to breathe and observe. During this process, try to keep your physical body relaxed, shoulders soft, relaxed jawline and cheeks and eyes. Try to maintain a nice tall seat. The crown of your head lengthens upwards. And anytime you feel distracted by a thought, a sound, a physical sensation, anything at all, just notice it and then come back to your breath. I'll give you a few more minutes here. Take a moment to check back in with your thoughts. If you found yourself distracted or with a busy mind today, that's okay. Some days your mind will be busy. Some days your mind will feel peaceful and relaxed. There will always be that ebb and flow. So before you open your eyes, just take a few seconds to check in with you. Notice what types of thoughts came up during the last few minutes. Notice if there were any repetitive thoughts or patterns. Notice if your breath stayed smooth and steady, or if your thoughts drew your awareness away from your breath. And remember to notice all of these things without judging, without saying that it's good or it's bad. It just is. This is your opportunity to survey your inner landscape and notice what's there. When you feel ready, open your eyes slowly and let the light back in. And take a couple of deep breaths here. You could roll out your shoulders or stretch a little bit if you need to. Let yourself gently come out of that practice. And then again, just notice what the experience was. I encourage you to revisit this practice a few times, try out some different types of meditation, see what works for you. Please revisit these techniques to help with stress reduction, and check out my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/KendallAnnYoga. On there, you'll find quite a few free resources, as well as a really awesome short guided meditation to reset your day. When you're ready, tuck your chin to your chest. Slowly flutter your eyes open. And then take a minute to move or stretch or breathe deeply, whatever you need to come out of that experience. Please feel free to revisit these techniques in the future to help with stress reduction. You can also check out my YouTube channel where I have quite a few free resources, including a few short guided meditations. My YouTube channel can be found at youtube.com/KendallAnnYoga. And I've also combined forces with the Iverson Foundation for Active Awareness to bring free yoga and meditation classes to first responders around the world. The classes are free of charge to you. Just contact me through email to set up a consultation, and I can give you some more details. My email address is kendallannyoga@gmail.com, and you can check out my website, www.kendallann.com, for more information as well. I hope to be able to connect with you in the future, and stay tuned for the next video in this Intro to Yoga for Firefighters video series. Next time, we're going to talk about breath work and what it means to work with your breath, using your breath to nourish your entire mind-body system. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you again soon.